Welcome back to AutoReview. My name is Patrick and today I'm presenting you the brand new 2016 or even 2017 Mercedes C200 4Matic convertible. 4Matic stands for four-wheel drive. You can get this car as well with a rear-wheel drive only. However, here in Switzerland it's much better to have all-wheel drive, especially if you're living in a mountain like me. So what can I tell you about the car? First of all, beautiful color. I'm going to put in the description the name of it so you can check it out. And with the color options that you have on the paint job, you as well have 4 color options for the roof. As you can see, convertible, I have it open, and you can open and close it with the remote control with the key for the car. And facts of the engine: it's a 2-liter engine producing 184 horsepower at 5,500 RPM and torque of 300 Newton meters between 1,200 and 4,000 RPM. 0 to 100 with the four-wheel drive is 8 seconds, without the four-wheel drive is 8.2 seconds, and top speed with the 9-speed automatic that we have here, including the pedal shift, is 227 kilometers an hour. So overall, very beautiful car. I'll show you as usual the car from the outside, first row, second row in a 4-seat convertible, the boot, and then we hit the road as usual. Enjoy! So we are now inside in the driver's seat, and what I can tell you about the car: first of all, it's very comfortable. The seats are very comfortable. We have a mix of leather and Alcantara in the middle with a lot of side support. Steering wheel is very sporty with a flat bottom. Including pedal shifts, as I mentioned, is a 9-speed automatic with a manual function. Then the design of the cockpit is pretty much the same as in the limousine and the coupe. There's no much difference. The only difference to the coupe and the limousine obviously are these 2 buttons here, or these 3 buttons here, which are different from the coupe and the limousine, obviously, because it's the buttons to control the 4 windows and the roof. So the one on the left side basically allows you to open the windows all at the same time. Then the one in the middle is the one to open and close the roof, and the one on the right side is the one that actually opens the little flap on top here, which basically supports the wind to go over your head and not inside the cabin. So that one gives you a little bit more, how can I say that, wind protection. Here we go. So let's just put that down again, because we don't need that. But I have to say, you don't really need that until like 80 kilometers an hour. What I was driving, it was very quiet in the car as well, and I didn't have much wind. Yeah. As I said, the middle console is pretty much the same. We have a storage compartment here with a 12-volt socket, plenty of space. Phone fits inside as well. We have heated seats in 3 settings. Electric windows. We have electric seats up and down, the backrest as well, and the going forward and backwards is manually adjusted through a lever here. Then compartment here with 2 USBs and an SD card slot, plenty of space here. In the doors you have enough space to put 0.5 liter bottles. However, there's no space to put anywhere bigger bottles. Then the glove compartment is actually spacious if you take out the big instruction manual. We close that one. We have the screen, which is not a touch screen. You use that through a touchpad over here, or with the click wheel in the middle. And volume here, seatbelt sign, start-stop automatic. The program for the suspension and the different settings, which is individual, Sport Plus, Sport, Comfort, and Eco. And that is pretty much it in the front. And now let's hop back. Okay, so now I'm going to show you how comfortable it is to get into the back with the roof open, obviously, and how much space I have. I'm 184 tall. The seat in the front is adjusted to my height, and obviously I'll see how much space I would have behind someone who is my size. So let me open the door. The seat, you have a little lever here on the seat. You slide it to the front. And then you're inside. Obviously with the roof down it's very easy to get in. I'll have to check how it looks like when the roof is up. However, it's not too small. It's actually really nice. So what do we have here? We have 2 speakers on the left and 2 speakers on the right. We have a little compartment, or like a bottle hole, I would say, on the left and the right. And it seems like we could fit bigger bottles in there. Then we have 2 cup holders front and back, and the smaller in the middle looks like for energy drinks. no armrest, and the headrests are fixed. So as you can see, with 184 it doesn't really reach until the top of my head. However, it seems it should be fine. So I guess the car is made for maybe people up to 170, 175. However, knee space wise, I'm not too bad. Yeah, it's not too bad. I can't even sit straight. However, I wouldn't sit like this. If you just open your legs, it's kind of comfortable. Other than that, we have a little compartment here on the bottom for small things, and the air vents left and right. The only thing you can adjust is really towards where it's flowing and close and open. Not more than that. So now let's go in the back and I'll show you how much space we have in the boot. So now we reach the back, but before we do that, just a little information in regards to the design. As you can see, we have on top this brushed, or kind of this matte aluminum that goes all around, basically through the frame on top as well, and one side around the car. Then in the back it's a very harmonic line, so it goes down. It's not very straight corners, you know, or edgy corners. It's very roundish. A little spoiler lip, which you can see it goes up and then down. And then we have the C200 logo on the left, 4Matic on the right. Again, 4Matic is four-wheel drive. And behind the Mercedes logo is the camera. However, there's one little issue I have with this car, is I do not have anywhere to push to open the boot. So I do have to either open it from the front, or I have to use the remote control or the key, press it, and then it pops open. Then we have a little handle here, a light on the left, just for safety, which is good. And then the boot space itself. So what do I have inside? I have a rucksack, another one, then this one here. I do fit, in case you're a copter pilot like me, I can fit the DJI Phantom 4 without any problems, in and out. However, that's pretty much it. So you can't really fit a big luggage because you have this plastic cover here, and on top it is flexible. However, you have to be careful when you open and close the roof, because if you have something that you stuck through and then goes up, it might damage the roof. So be careful. It is not big. Obviously it's a convertible. Somewhere there has to be the space to put a convertible roof in it. However, for the weekend and for everyday drive, it's not going to be an issue. So let's close it up and finally we drive. Okay, so now let's see the mechanism of the convertible roof, because that's the most important thing. However, there is one button which is even cooler, which I really like, and only convertibles have that, which is this button here, which allows you to open all the windows at the same time. And basically, because you have no B-pillar, it looks much nicer, and you have a really nice airy feeling. I'll just open them now, because I'm going to open the roof now, and then I'm going to close them because it's going to be too windy. It's only 11.5 degrees outside. So you use the button in the middle, and be careful when you do that, because the one to open the lid here to get into this compartment is right next to opening the roof. So let's open it up, and we're gonna try something, because it's supposed to work as well when you drive. So we're gonna drive and open it at the same time. So let's go. And you see it's working. It does indicate the same thing on the display, as well as the status on how much is open already. And then it closes the windows, and we're good to go. So it does work, and it's really cool, because if you're driving, at least in the city, you can open it up or close it if it starts raining. So we're gonna go now a little bit up the mountain, or actually alongside the River Tune, which you'll see, and I'll tell you how it drives. First of all, it's very comfortable. The seats are very comfortable. It's like a mix between leather and Alcantara. You have Alcantara in the middle and leather on the outside. And I think I have to increase the temperature a little bit to make it not too cold for me. So let's put in the cruise control at 50, and then we drive. So very good is that you have a lot of support on the side. Even though it's not a sports car, it's a convertible, basically the open version of the coupe. And the 2-liter engine gives 184 horsepower, which is sufficient. Yeah, in a car, this is not for racing. However, if you would like to have something with a bit more power, just opt for the C63S convertible. That would be the most powerful one, the one I would like to have. However, obviously the price is an issue here. Talking about price, so this car comes at, let me just double check, as it is here, 70,735 francs, and at the moment for this particular one that I'm driving here, which is only on the road since September and has a little bit more than 300 kilometers on the clock, you can get it now for 55,880. So we are out of the city. I can accelerate a little bit. Let's push the pedal. And already 80. Here we go. What I like as well about this car is the cruise control. It has a speed limiter and a cruise control. But the cruise control, what I like is a lot of cars, it doesn't allow it to go 1 kilometer per hour steps. This one does it, and you can jump as well 10 kilometers up or down. So a soft touch, and it's 1 kilometer, a little bit more force, and you have 10 kilometers an hour, which is really nice. Then the steering, let me just check if I go into dynamic Sport Plus, if the steering actually changes. It's still, it says Sport here, but I find it still a little bit soft. So I would prefer it to be a bit stiffer in sport mode. The characteristic of the engine, the throttle response is different, that you can feel. What I would like to have is a little bit more exhaust note, but again, most people who buy a car like this don't want to have it loud. It's just a car for the weekend or for basically weather like this. And we are actually very lucky that we have sunshine, because it was supposed to be raining. So I'm trying to finish the whole video review before it's gonna rain. What else we have? We have electric seats, however, not to go forward and backwards, which actually is something good, because usually that takes quite a long time. We have the backrest as well as the going up and down, which is electric. The rest is manually. Then we have electric windows. We have heated seats, which is good for the driver and the passenger. I was actually looking yesterday where they are, because I was expecting them somewhere here. So let me just put the heater on stage 1. We have 3 stages. You can make it warm. Then the GPS, the navigation. Let's get some warm air here as well. It's a nice display, very crisp. However, it's not a touch screen, so you do have to control it over this touch-sensitive field here, or over the push and turn button, which is the one in the middle. It would be easy if it would be touch screen, however, then you would have obviously fingerprints on it. And I believe this is a very nice road to review this car, because it is sunny. It's not warm, but it's sunny. Heated seats is on. I have the heating on. And it's a nice road going up and down the mountain. So this is the road from Interlaken to Thun, or back if you go the other way. Now we are in Sport Plus, so let's just see how this car behaves in corners. And the good thing about reviewing cars in Switzerland is, despite the speed limit we have here of 80 kilometers an hour on road like this, or 120 on the highway, 80 is plenty to have fun and enjoy, as well figure out how the car behaves in the corners without risking going over the speed limit. So now we're back at 50, and I have to say it's very nice in corners. You don't have much body movement, which is nice, but at the same time it's still comfortable. Yeah. What else do we have? So we have all the information here. We have the display in the middle, with the screen display in the middle between the RPM and the speedo. I guess they're doing something here. We have to be careful. Fixing the road. Shame. Okay, and it is very comfortable, I have to say. It's a nice car. Car might be a bit pricey, but obviously convertibles are always a little bit more expensive than the coupes or the limousines. Yeah. However, let me just enjoy a little bit this beautiful weather here in this road. and I hope you are able to see that in the cameras as well, that cameras can capture it. Nice thing as well about the car is it has LED lights, so it's not xenon, it's LED lights, so they're much more responsive and they should actually last much longer than xenon, because LEDs are built for longevity, or lasting long basically. Now we're here at the San Beatus Höhlen, Swiss caves, which is really nice and interesting. I believe I've been there not quite long ago, and you can spend there like 2-3 hours inside. It's something very interesting. Go inside the caves and see how basically nature and the water formed its way through the rock. Then in the backside, obviously it's a little bit limited, so I'm not quite sure what's the maximum size that you can have, or the maximum height to sit still comfortably, especially now with the roof open. It might be for ladies a little bit windy. I do not have this problem. But overall, I'm very happy with the car. It drives very comfortably. It has different functions in regards to sports and dynamic and comfort or eco. Fuel consumption was approximately 9 liters. It's not the 7.3 that Mercedes is claiming. But again, we know all that already. So 9 liters for a 184 horsepower 2-liter engine, I believe, is reasonable, especially because a car like this is made for fun, and a few liters more will not be are not going to be an issue, I believe. So, if you enjoyed this review, please subscribe, share, like, comment below, ask any questions you want, and thank you very much, and I see you next time. Cheers!